Welcome to Heartland Dual Sport. Today's video is going to be a little bit unique. We're going to, instead of taking you on an adventure ride or maybe showing you around one of the state parks or even talking about some of the things about the KLR, what we're going to do today is I'm going to tell you a story, and we're going to call it The Choice. So let's get to the video. When I was a young man growing up, I can remember every now and again me and my mother would be having a talk, and she would occasionally tell me, you know, sometimes making the right choice is not always the easiest choice. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. I'm going to tell you a story about a little bit about myself and a little bit about the channel and where we plan to go and the direction that I'm taking the channel. We're going to back up a little bit, and we're going to go back to basically 2019. In 2019, I started prepping for retirement. During that 2 years before I retired in 2021, I worked every extra job I could. We'd also been working on our off-grid cabin, and as many of you know, we started another channel during that time period as well, and it's called Heartland Makes and Outdoors. During that time, I wasn't able to ride as much as I wanted to because I was just simply working too much. And I was putting everything as far as the riding and the trips that I'd been planning on the back burner, hoping that when I reached retirement I'd be able to start making those trips happen then. So fast forward to January of 2021. January of 2021, I retired from my career that I'd picked out, and it was just a couple of months shy of me starting my 27th year birthday there. So I actually did 26 years at my previous job, my career that I picked out, and it was one that I enjoyed and I loved. Make no mistake, I loved my career, and it was just time for me to move on. My wife and I moved back to her hometown where she grew up in East Texas. That first year that I was retired, I actually worked harder then than I had in several years, because the shop that we're filming this in right now, I actually built from the ground up. The only thing that I hired out was the concrete itself, and I did everything from milling up some of the wood that you see in the background on my sawmill to actually every nail or screw that was in this building I put in myself. Angie was there, and she helped me quite a bit through the whole experience, but it was a long hot summer. We also had her leather shop up and running prior to the move. We didn't actually get here till about March-ish. Technically I was here in February, but here nor there, that's how the first year went. Well, after the first year was behind us of retirement, obviously I was ready to get back into my motorcycling. I didn't have a motorcycle when I came here simply because we had no place to store it, and we used every bit of the money that we had between the sale of our house to start building our place here. So springtime of this year, I applied for a job at Tractor Supply and actually got hired there, and I thought, hey, this would be a great part-time job. I know everything about the farming stuff. I've basically worked a ranch as a kid growing up, and I've raised horses, cattle, hogs, chickens, turkeys, quail, lots of stuff that I've actually raised. Everything from fencing. I mean, me and my dad's first property that we bought together, we cut all the trees down on that place, split up the firewood, and sold the firewood to buy our T-post and barbed wire to actually fence the place off. So got a lot of experience with farm stuff and tractors in general, and I thought that'd be a great extra job for me and a way to make some extra money. Off to work I went. Next thing you know, the store's fixing to go through a remodel. During the remodel, the big boss asked me if I'd be interested in taking a temporary position as a manager, and I was like, sure, I can do that. I love the challenge. I love the challenge of a new job, and that turned into way more than a part-time job. One of my pay periods, I worked over 138 hours in a 2-week pay period, and I know that's nothing unusual to a lot of you guys. A lot of you guys have worked a lot of hours. I too have worked a lot of hours in my past. However, I want that part of my life to be behind me. Shortly after that 2 weeks pay period, I was listening to a video, and I don't remember if it was Facebook, Instagram, but it was a video short, what they're calling video shorts. Basically, it's just a short video, some sort of scenery in the background or whatever, and it doesn't really matter. The gist of the dialogue in the background was this, and this was the question: how much are they paying you to give up on your dreams? It hit me really hard and tugged at my heart, to the point that I realized the extra money doesn't matter. We don't know how much time we have, and I've still got a lot of dreams. I knew going into the job, when I had previously asked for 2 weeks off in November so that I could go do my bow hunting, and many of y'all don't know, but I'm an avid bow hunter, and I've actually made some of my own bows that I hunt with. But I knew then, by the look on their face and saying that they couldn't approve it right now because it was too far out, that that potentially was going to be a problem, not counting any of the little adventure rides that I had decided to make. So, thinking about the video short that I just mentioned, I decided I was going to give up my manager keys. And I met the boss up there one day and I gave him my manager keys. He agreed to let me work part-time, and ultimately, I want to say it was probably my second phone call to come in to cover for a shortage, I realized I wasn't getting what I needed. And what I need more was not to be paid to give up on my dreams, if that makes sense. And that's where the choice comes in. The choice was difficult. I've never quit a job. I've basically had 3 jobs in my entire life, and Tractor Supply being one of them. As you well know, like I mentioned at the beginning of this, I had retired from my last job, and it was a difficult choice. As you can see behind me, and hopefully you can see part of this, my motorcycle's packed and ready to go. I've put off a lot of trips in the years past due to a career, raising a family, or doing whatever else. The things you feel like you need to do as a man to provide for your family, and the things that I believe we are obligated to do to provide for our family. But at this point in my life, I'm to the point where I don't want to give up on my dreams. A lot of my dreams obviously include my family. They obviously include my wife. But this is something that I've got to do on my own. So by the time this video airs, I'm going to be on an adventure. And it's going to be an adventure of a lifetime for me. Everybody's epic adventure is different. So my question to you is, what is your epic adventure, and what are you doing to prep and plan for it? I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video, and I hope that it's all made you think a little bit, because it doesn't matter if you're riding a KLR 650, it doesn't matter if you're on any kind of an adventure bike. It don't even have to be a bike. It could be something in a Jeep. It could be anything that you've ever truly wanted to do, but for whatever reason life got in the way and you had to table it. I'm excited. I've got my bike essentially packed, it's ready to go. And I'm fixing to start an adventure 2 wake-ups out. 2 more wake-ups, I will be on the road. And I'm going to go experience some of the adventure that I kept tabling in the past. Again, if you like our video, give us a big thumbs up. As you all know, I've never asked for support on this channel other than please like, comment, and subscribe. My channel's not even monetized. I recently quit a part-time job that was paying me good money. And when I say good money, it was pretty good money for the economic times that we're in. But in the end, it's not worth the dreams. To me, the money I was making is not worth giving up my dreams. So, where does this come in? I'd like to grow my channel. If you know anybody that has some epic adventures that they're tabling, share this video with them. And it doesn't necessarily have to be, again, a motorcycle video. This is just food for thought. We don't know how much time we have. We may not have tomorrow. Again, I appreciate each and every one of you. If you want to continue supporting our channel, right now we're trying to get monetized. I need a lot more watch hours because I had to table my channel for a couple of years prepping for retirement. I'm willing to take that gamble and get my channel monetized, then keep working where I was at. Again, I'm so looking forward to this trip. It's going to be exciting, and by the time this video airs, I should be at least halfway through a 2,500 mile trip. I appreciate each and every one of you. May you have a blessed week. And let's go ride. Welcome to Heartland Outdoors. No, crap.